jù lọ́nà bátòrò ṣé ànìkan ní ìyànìkan lọ rí sí ṣọyẹ báyìí ọ̀pá níjẹta ọ̀pá lánàá ti pamọ́jú mẹ́ta mẹ́rin méjì lọ pa láàárín Yorùbá mo ṣe já fún ibà èyí ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ́ kó yà pa nímọ̀ lóko mo gbé ẹgbẹ́ sí ẹgbẹ́.
All right, we'll come back to that. Let's focus on the main topic of this video. This is Sunday, April 12, 2026. Good evening, everyone. This picture, this news you are seeing on the screen is no longer a news. Everybody on the internet space must have seen the news that the Nigerian Air Force mistakenly bombed civilians in Borno State. This is not the first time. This is not the second time. This is not the third time. This is the 8th time. The 8th time. Count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And all these 8 times are well documented. They compensated one people. That was in Kaduna State, where they bombed civilians. The thing escalated and they compensated them. But the most painful thing among this whole strike is not today's strike. It's not today's strike. The most painful one was the one that happened in Zamfara State, where a group of vigilantes were running after these people they call bandits. They were running to capture them. Nigeria Air Force came and strike the whole vigilante group, only for them to say that it was a mistake. They thought they were Boko Haram people. I have never used fighter jets. I'm not a pilot. I don't know how difficult it is, but I understand that Nigerian Air Force flew to Benin Republic when they had coup attempt to take over the government by the military. And they went there, they strike precisely. No mistake, no casualty. And it was a swift response. But in Nigeria, if terrorists want to attack military base, they will give Air Force. Or even Nigeria Army have Air Force wing. They hardly intervene. And when they will intervene, some of the time, they do strike terrorists. I have records upon records where they strike terrorists. Okay? Then, some of the time as well, they will always make mistakes. Now, this mistake they are making, I'm putting it to terms that you will understand. These mistakes they are making, if people don't want to talk about this, I want to talk about it. And that is why when I saw the news, I said, okay, before I will look into it, before I will even talk anything about it, let me see if this Air Commodore Ehime, the spokesperson of the Nigerian Air Force, if he will respond to call. So I placed some calls, messages. He did not answer. I wanted to verify some things. You understand? Now, who is the pilot? Who is the pilot? What do they take? Is the pilot under the influence of alcohol? I think I may say probably no. Then who is the pilot? What is the last call that entered to the pilot's phone? Before the pilot entered the plane, apart from the Air Force people that spoke to him, who talked to him before he entered the plane? These are the things they're supposed to look into. We are talking about security and insecurity here. But unfortunately, if they are going to do investigation, it is still in our hand. This news that is even trending today, tomorrow the news will be over. Nobody will talk about the news again. This is the way things are. Anyway, so many people are reporting that there are 200 civilians that were killed. I spoke to one person who told me that no, it is not up to 200 persons. And the person is not in the place where this thing happened, but he's very close to where this thing happened. So he got the exact information of what happened and he spoke with people that are there. But he personally was not there. So he told me that the casualties, the civilian casualties to say, is not up to 200. But the exact number, according to him, nobody can give. Even the villagers can't give the exact number. Because you will see hands that are not complete, because every human being is supposed to have 2 hands, 2 legs. So you can't even see complete hand. If you see, for example, 400 hands of people, left and right, you know that there are 200 people. If you see 400 legs of people, left and right, you know that there are 200 people there. If you see like 200 heads, you will know that there are 200 heads. But in this scenario, everything's scattered. Like you will see like 150 hands, you will see 300 legs. Like you can't even understand how many are these people. So as of the time of reporting this, close to 9 p.m. being Sunday. The number of people, the casualties have not been totally documented. This is so unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. These are the people that Boko Haram are disturbing them. Most of them are paying taxes to Boko Haram, according to the correspondents that spoke to me. Most of them are paying taxes to Boko Haram. Boko Haram molest people, do all sorts of things against people, only for Air Force to come and bomb them. It's painful, no? It's painful. Like, the thing is painful. It's painful. Most of the people affected have some family members who went to market. 3 people in the family, 4 people in the family. Like, it doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, as seen as reported, the news is all over the internet space from across the world. You can see it on Al Jazeera and other international news media platform. This is so annoying and so confusing. We have never get it so bad like this. The terrorists is against us, the government against people, the Air Force against people. Like, people are asking, is there any hope? Is there any hope? Anyway, that is why most countries who are poor, who are suffering, they go to church the most. No other option. They have to start resolving to religion because the government, zero. This, zero. Institution, zero. No help, no hope. They have to resolve to religion. And it's even more worse to just rely on religion. You are this, you pray. You are this, you pray. Even what you are not supposed to pray, you pray. It will render you handicapped. It will render you handicapped. Like, you will just be believing that it is God that will do everything for you. And it's so unfortunate because that is not the way it's supposed to be. It's so painful. It's paining me the most, and no answers to all these things. I just said not once, not twice, not. This is the 8th time. That is if I am not wrong, if it is not more than, according to the dates, events, number of casualties I documented, this is the 8th time. It doesn't make sense. So it doesn't make sense. Anyway, let's focus on this video again. You see, I saw this video yesterday. This one is on Ondo State again, where the people anytime you see people who owns the communities coming out to cry like this because of the Fulani militia, they call bandits, who are terrorists, know that it is over for them. For over the years, people were warned about the pending doom of all these, terrorists that are taking over people's homes and villages. As usual, even though as of the time of speaking with you, a lot of people are not still interested, They are going on their daily activities, focusing on the next thing, which is 2027 election. Everybody's fighting their, fellow human beings and so on and so forth. But they leave the real issue. They leave the real issue. But nobody knows who is going to be the next victim. People should be very careful.
Fulani ẹsẹ̀ yẹn ti pọ̀jù lọ́nà gbàtòrò ṣé ìyànìkan lọ rí sí ṣọyẹ báyìí ọ̀pá lítẹ́ta ọ̀pá lánà ti pamọ́jú mẹ́ta mẹ́rin méjì lọ pa láàárín Yorùbá mo ṣe já fún ibà èyí ṣe é bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ́ kó yà pa mímọ̀ lóko mo gbé ẹ̀jẹ̀ 6,000 ni ó máa ní ọjọ́ mi àrípọ̀tù ní station ọjà fífọ́ yẹn lọ ọ̀rẹ́ yẹn mú ẹ̀wọ̀n lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣọlẹ́ báyìí àbíyàwó àwọn ọ̀dọ́kùn fọ́ ẹsẹ̀ po ọ̀fẹ́ sọ́ta ṣọlẹ́ báyìí ìdí ọjọba ara kọ́ bá fún ọ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kọ́ bá fún ọ lọ́ta ṣọlẹ́ bàbá lọ́jọ́ kọ́ bá ẹ̀kọ́ ìgbò kùnrin alẹ́ kọ́rin tí mọ̀ ó kà bá lọ sílẹ̀ ní àbàjọ̀jẹ̀ o àbàjọ̀bàjẹ̀ kọ́ bá wá sọ̀rọ̀ àbúrò kọ́ bá wá sọ̀rọ̀ àbúrò ètò kò ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn ìtumọ̀ nínú òun kò ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn onídàbí nínú ọ̀sán wájú ẹ̀ bọ̀ ìrántí ní ọ̀pọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀ ìrọ̀lù ọlọ́pàá ìsọ̀jẹ̀ tó tẹ́sí ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀là ṣe ọjọ́ kan gbà